What is up, guys? Luis here, aka Speedy, back with another video. This is that Q&A that we've been waiting for. Now, I don't know how the audio is gonna sound on this video, to be honest with you guys. Y'all see that? I know I'm not tripping. What the? I must be tripping, guys. Chrissy said she didn't see no lights flicker, but I know in this video, I know you guys saw the lights flicker. So anyway, I had filmed this video last week, but it was a little bit too long. I'm not gonna take too long on the questions and stuff. I guess I'm just gonna get straight to the point on them. So yeah, guys, let's get straight into the video. Like I said, I did a little poll on my Instagram on just like, people asking me questions and things like that. And I'm pretty much just gonna go pick some and then I'll answer them, things like that. I'm gonna start off with this one right here. One of them says, a goal you have for 2024. And I think a goal that I have for 2024 is just, I always wanted to do real estate. And I think I'm going to try to get my real estate license, just kind of see how that goes. I don't know, maybe I might leave the car business and do real estate. Maybe I might not, and I might just do real estate on the side. But I think that's something I want to do going forward. So I think that's one of the things I'm going to do, or one of the goals I have for 2024 is that. And then, of course, get closer with God. I want to get, even though I am already close, I want to get a little bit closer with Him. So that's one of my goals that I have for 2024 is get my real estate license and get closer to God, because you can never be too close to Him. This is a funny one right here, guys. I'm gonna put these two questions together. So I got one that says, "Why do you hate Messi so much?" I do not hate Messi. I do not hate on his game. I don't hate Messi, but he's just not my GOAT, and I don't think he's anybody's GOAT. I think if he's your GOAT, you're honestly crazy. I think you need to go back and just, reevaluate your life if Messi's really your GOAT, in my opinion. And then the other one is being a Ronaldo lover tough? Is being a Ronaldo lover rough, tough, whatever? Honestly, it is. It is, because a lot of people be saying that Messi's the best, or try to throw hate on Ronaldo, for certain things, when it's like, why are you criticizing him? The guy got everything from the ground up. You know what I mean? Nothing was handed to him. If you look at his career from the past, this guy started with just by himself, honestly. Like, this guy started in Portugal, then he made his way to England and conquered all of those. And then he went to Spain and he conquered it. And then he went back to England because of how loyal he was, and he conquered it again. You know what I mean? And now he's in Saudi conquering everything. So, in my opinion, it is rough, just because a lot of Messi people be saying that he's the best because he has a World Cup and all this. We all know how he got that World Cup. I'm not trying to hate, but come on, guys, let's be realistic. Ronaldo is the most complete player we're ever going to see in this generation. He can header, he can score with his right, his left foot, from distance, outside of the box, inside of the box, whatever. He can make passes. It's just, there's no comparing to him and Messi. In my opinion, there's no comparing him. For me, it's Ronaldo, Ronaldinho, Messi. That's just the way it is for me, but that's just my opinion. If you think differently, you think differently. There's nothing wrong with that. Next question is going to be dream supercar and dream daily. For me, my dream supercar, that's easy. 720S McLaren. Easy. And that's something that I'm going to get here soon within the next 2-3 years, honestly. I can manifest that and I can put my money on that. I know I'm going to have a McLaren in my garage. If I was to pick a dream daily, this one's a tough one. Because I would say my vet, but if I really had it like that, and when I do make it, I'm not gonna say it, but there's gonna be signs. You're gonna see that McLaren in my garage. But if I had to daily a car, I think I'd want to daily an M4 for sure. That's one of my big like must-haves. When I make it. So I think an M4 is what I want to daily in the future. I had BMWs before, and I love them. They're very expensive to maintain, and you better take care of those cars, or else they'll take a shit on you. Let's see. Oh, who's your favorite nephew? This one's a hard one, guys. This one is a tough one because I feel like I only got 2 nephews. It's Christian and Uriah, Yu. But I just feel like growing up, or not me growing up, but growing up wise, like I was always around Yu a little bit more. And I feel like, me and him just had a closer bond. I'm not saying he's my favorite, but Christian is still so little, so he's still like, not that he doesn't look for me, but he's just trying to figure out still who I am, because he doesn't see me very often and stuff. So I would probably have to say Yu, just because of the bond I had with him, because I would watch him when he was little, and just all the memories I have with him. Like I said, I don't like picking a favorite, but I just have a closer bond with Yu. But don't get me wrong, Christian, I feel like when he grows up, he's going to have a bond with me too. So that's why I don't want to pick a favorite. I'm just saying I have a better, closer bond with little Yu. Advice you can give to someone who's a first-time car buyer. That was the next question. And something that I would advise a first-time car buyer would probably be, it's okay. Take your time. It takes patience. I know a lot of us want to go into financing our dream car right away. You know, I know a lot of us want to go in and get that, 2500 HD Denali AT4, or a lot of people want to come in here and buy that Telluride. But it's really hard for a bank, to approve you when you don't have much credit established or you don't have much money down, and everybody has to start somewhere, especially when you're a thin file ghost. That means when you have no credit at all, a lot of the banks see it as like a red flag. Like, how can I trust this person with this much money if they've never even borrowed this much amount? You know what I mean? So you have to start somewhere. You have to realize that for the first 1 or 2 years that you're establishing your credit, you're probably not going to have the car of your dreams. But if you do it like how I did it, and take me as an example, I mean, my first car wasn't the best car ever. It wasn't my dream car, but I knew I had to settle for something now that was later on going to take me to finance or get the vehicle that I wanted. Like, it all takes time. And as long as you make your car payments on time and everything like that, it'll all be good. You know what I mean? So something that I would advise is just to take your time. You're going to get there, but you just have to sacrifice a little bit of time to get to where you want to be. And of course, sometimes money down helps and stuff like that. Sometimes you don't need money down, if you've already established a little bit of credit with credit cards or things like that. Who do you love more, Chrissy, Milo, or Teddy is the next question. And Chrissy, I'm sorry, babe, but you already know you're out of that one. I'm just kidding. She's probably going to kill me when she watches this video, guys. But I mean, it's just Milo and Teddy, man. I have such a close bond with my little guys, so it's kind of hard not to say them. I mean, even though I do love Chrissy and stuff, but when it comes to Milo and Teddy, I just have a really really good bond with them. So sorry, babe. Milo and Teddy, I can't pick one. Like I said, I don't like having favorites, so I'd have to say Milo and Teddy both. This question is a funny one. When are you and Chrissy having a baby? Not anytime soon. We're still youngins. We're still in our 20s. Well, mid-20s. Chrissy's about to be 26 next month. I'm still 24. So I don't know. Maybe, I think towards our 30s, maybe like when we're 29, 30, 31. I think that's going to be a good time for me to be a father. Right now, I'm just trying to get everything, situated so that my kid doesn't struggle like I struggled. So when we're ready, we're ready, I mean, I want to have a kid at whatever time I want, but I mean, God might bless me whenever I'm not ready. So I don't know. Not anytime soon. We haven't thought about it, but we'll see where it goes, I guess. Next question. What's it like to date a strawberry, guys? In case you guys don't know, this video is not being filmed in my game room or anywhere. It's being filmed in Chrissy's makeup room, dash editing, film creator, all that type room. You see a lot of pink back here, right? And the reason I filmed in here is because of the lighting. The lighting's good because of her vanity, but she literally thinks she's a strawberry. And babe, you're not a strawberry. I'm sorry, but you're not. But don't tell her I said that. I want to see if she watches this video because I want to see if she knows that I'm clowning on her. But it's a trip because you wake up and you see her in a big old robe full of strawberries, or you go lay down and you see a big old blanket full of strawberries, and I'm like, what the fuck is going on? It's a trip, honestly. Let's see. This one is one that I really, really liked, honestly. This question, I told the person to watch this video because I believe this person is going to go very far in life because they got two of the main things that I feel like you need to be successful. So check this question out. It said, what drives you to do all the things you're doing, and what's your why? So I want to start off with what's the reason why I'm doing everything I'm doing. I feel like the reason I'm doing everything I'm doing, as far as like working hard, trying to achieve all my goals, my dreams and stuff, is just pretty much like I said, so that my kid doesn't have to struggle like I struggled. I want to retire my parents at some point, honestly. I really, really do. I want to make sure, me and my family are set, and not just me and my family, but when I say me and my family, I mean like me and Chrissy. I want to make sure that if we have kids later on in life, I want to make sure they're set. I want to make sure that like I have all the time in the world for them. I just want to give them what my parents couldn't give me. I want to give them the experience of like taking them to soccer tournaments and spending quality time with him, and really just being there for my kids and understanding, what it's like to be a dad. Not that I'm saying that my parents weren't great parents for me, but I just want to be, a good parent So I would say, yeah, the reason why I'm trying to do everything is just to be a better parent. The other question was, what's your why? For a lot of you that don't have a why, to be honest with you, I really recommend you start taking a step back and realize what a why is. To me, my why is like, what's the reason I keep going every day? Like, if I feel like giving up, if I feel like I'm not motivated enough, what do I think about? So I get back on this tunnel vision and get motivated, to stay back on, or something to keep me back on track, just to keep going things. So I would say my why, that's an easy one. Like, I always think of three main people, and that's Chrissy, my mom, and my sister. Chrissy, my mom, and my sister. Sorry, I don't know if you guys could see me or not, but that's my why. So, and I always tell Chrissy about this too, because it might be funny, but like that comes with everything. Like, if I'm having a bad day at work, all I do is think about those three people, and I'm like, oh, I gotta get it together. Like, I'm back on track. Like, I gotta do it for them. Like, even if I'm at my game and I'm having a shitty game, and I think of them, I'm like, okay, I gotta get my shit together for them. If I'm at the gym and I'm pushing on my last rep, no matter what I'm doing, that's your why. If you wake up and you don't feel motivated, you're tired, just think of your why, and that'll put you back on track. That'll put you back on track to think like, damn, like, I got to get it together, because there's these people that are relying on me, to do all these things, and how am I going to let them down? Like, to me, I see it as a disrespect, because I know Chrissy believes in me. I know my mom believes in me, and I know my sister believes in me. So to me, it's like, if I sit here and I'm lazy and I don't achieve what I'm supposed to achieve, if I don't chase my dreams the way I'm supposed to chase them, I'm just letting them down. And I think it's disrespectful to let people down that, truly believe in you and things like that, because it honestly is. I just think it is. I wasn't born to be, the average Joe. My parents came here and sacrificed a lot for me. So I just got to be someone in life. And you need a why in order to keep going in everything you do. That's what I believe. A lot of you people ask some questions like about my mom and stuff. And it's not that I don't want to answer things like that, but I just don't think I'm ready to talk about things like that on camera when it comes to my mom. I know a lot of you guys enjoy when she's on the vlogs and stuff. Like, the last video got some great views and some great likes, and I appreciate you guys supporting and stuff like that. But I just think a lot of the questions that were asked, not that they were too personal, but I don't think I'm just ready to answer stuff like that on camera. And I can't even talk about this type of stuff without me getting emotional and stuff. You know what I mean? Like, I'll try to control my emotions as best as I can, but I'm not going to say that they won't get to me. So that's why I'd rather not bring that into the topic. But for everyone that's wondering, my mom's doing good. We're still keeping our head high. We're going up on 2 years that she's still not home with us, but we're doing everything we can to keep moving forward. And we're just leaving everything in God's hands, believing in him and knowing that we're not losing our faith, that he got us on the right track, and everything he's doing is for a reason, So yeah, that's where we are with my mom's stuff. But thank you guys so much for everyone that asked, for everyone that's concerned about her and things like that. I appreciate that a lot, guys. I really, really do. Let's see. The next question was, well, how's the good house? Is it treating you well? Or are you enjoying it? I am enjoying the new house a lot, guys. To be honest with you guys, I am enjoying it a lot, and I can't wait to show you guys the full furnished, the whole, full look of the house. I know you guys seen it when I just moved in, but you guys saw it with no furniture. You guys saw it when we just moved in, so I can't wait to show you guys what it looks like now, honestly. I'm enjoying it a lot because it's a lot more room than what we had at the townhome. You know what I mean? Me and Chrissy didn't really have our own, like, rooms and stuff, so now I get to have my own game room. I get to go to my little man cave, and she has like her little girl cave or whatever. I don't know if you guys, if you women call it that, like a women cave or whatever, but it's fun. Honestly, it's new because it's a lot of new responsibilities. It's a lot, honestly. It's a big grown move, to get your own house and stuff, but it's dope because it takes you out of your comfort zone to take on new things that you never used to get taken on, I guess, so it helps you level up in a way, I think. So we're enjoying it. I know the dogs are enjoying it, and I know they're going to enjoy it even more when they get their backyard. That was the main thing why we wanted a house, guys, was for Milo and Teddy to have a backyard. It wasn't really much for me and Chrissy. Like, it was, but I'm not going to say that it was mainly for us. I mean, it was pretty much for the dogs, honestly, for Milo and Teddy, so they could have a backyard and stuff. So it honestly feels dope. And I feel like it's going to be a lot better when all the construction is getting, done or is done, because sometimes we do have like the construction trucks, and then sometimes I do find like trash in our yard and things like that. But I know it's just construction and stuff, so I I don't really mind too much. So yeah, I think it's gonna be a lot nicer and a lot more quieter too when the construction is done. But we're still enjoying it. One of the questions that I had on here too was the house buying process hard? And honestly, I'm gonna be real, 100% honest with you guys. For me, I'm just saying, for me personally, it wasn't too hard because I had already set myself up for this. Like I knew I needed to save money. I knew I needed to work on my credit score. I knew what I needed to do in order to get the house that we wanted. You know what I mean? So for me, it wasn't too hard. Not a lot was required on my end. But I do know that like there's first time, house buyer programs and things like that, that some people are going to qualify for. And I think that's dope, but I think the most stressful part for us was finding the area that we really wanted to live in, because we were going down to like Ventana Ranch and trying to figure out if we wanted to go back into Albuquerque. But I think this Rio Rancho area where me and Chrissy have been for like the past 3-4 years has worked out for us so well that we were just like, we have to stay in this area, so it wasn't too stressful for us. If I could give any advice for anyone that's trying to buy a house, definitely save money, in case you need money down or anything like that. Have some good job history. But just be patient. Just be patient. The right time will come for you. Don't rush into a house. Don't. Just wait. Whatever's meant for you is meant for you. Always believe in what God's trying to do for you. Because me and Chrissy literally were about to buy a home, a year before we even started building this home. And for some reason, we just didn't go through with it. And that home still hasn't been sold. That company that was building those homes now is not selling their homes because they're being made very cheap. There's a lot of things going wrong with this. So I thank God that he guided us through the right path on building this home instead of getting that other home. You know what I mean? So don't rush into anything. Just take your time with anything in life. I feel like you should take your time and you should really think about what you're doing, because you want to make sure you're being smart with your finances and stuff. The next question on here was, how did you go from being the going out person and partying person to the settled down, chasing goal, being successful person? Honestly, a lot of that has to come with who you hang around with, because I feel like a lot of the friends that I had, not that they were bad influences and stuff, but I just didn't have the right people around me, to be honest with you guys, because a lot of my friends were still like to party and they didn't take their goals serious and stuff like that. So I had to kind of distance myself from some people, not everyone, but I did distance myself from a lot of people, that I just didn't feel like were meant to be in my life at this point of time, just because in order for you to get to where you want to be, it has to just be you in that small circle of people that you really, really trust. And honestly, if I was to be real honest with you guys, I probably have about 6-7 friends that I really, 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 really trust, that I know I can say anything to, and they got my back no matter what. So those 7 people, 8 people, I still keep around me. I still talk to them, you know what I mean? I still hang with them the best way I can. But I did cut a lot of people off. I think a lot of it just has to do with who you hang around with, I was just honestly tired too as well of using, just being a disappointment. Like my parents, they would tell me all the time to get my shit together and I wouldn't listen. And when I had my whole experience that maybe I'll talk, or maybe I have talked about it a little bit, maybe I haven't, but I mean, I'm sure I'll talk about it more on my channel, on the experience I had when I couldn't come back to the US and I had to stay out there in Mexico. Like I felt like that was a big game changer for me too, because it was like, I would pray and pray and pray to God to let me come back. But the last night that I prayed to him, when I was still over there in Mexico, before I came back, I told him, just give me one chance to prove to you that I can do what I'm telling you that I'm going to do. Give me one chance to take life serious, to make my parents proud. And literally the next day I woke up, I kid you guys not, I got the call from my mom saying, hey, like your green card's on the way, check your email. And that's when I flew back here, you know what I mean? So I think a lot of that just has to come from you. Some people have to go through a life-changing experience. Other people don't. Other people will just kind of do it for themselves. But I feel like if I wouldn't have that life-changing experience, maybe I wouldn't have been where I am now. But I just don't see the point in going out now, because you're just wasting your time, your money, all those things, So it has to be within you. And then final question, guys, because I feel like I have to end it on here, because I don't want to post a whole 30-minute video. I want it to be short and sweet. That way we can get on to the next video next week. This right here is a pretty good question. It says, how do you want to be remembered when you die? Or if you die, how do you want to be remembered? I just want to be remembered as like the guy that encouraged you guys to go out there and get it. Honestly, I want to be remembered as like the guy that tried his best, a guy that actually tried, and did his best to go out there, chase his dreams, and really just tried for his family, honestly. The guy that was always happy, The other day I went into work and my coworkers were like, bro, how do you have this energy? Like, how are you so happy? Like, it's so early in the morning on a Saturday. It's like, what if today was my last day? Would I want you to remember me as like the fucking Saturday? Or would you want me to, or would you want to remember me as the guy who was like happy, like, had the energy, was so motivated? That's how I want to be remembered, as like the guy who was always happy, the guy who, no matter what people said, still did what he wanted to do. The guy who came from nothing, and is working to get everything that he wants, that he deserves, that he knows that God is going to, make the best version of himself and just give him everything that he's ever wanted. I have never talked about this, but I feel like a lot of the times when you have these visions, guys, in your head of like having this nice house, this nice car, this business, like God is showing you what he's going to do for you if you just put the work in, and if you just work hard for it and try your best to achieve those things. I feel like that's God talking to you. It's not just, you're not just having these visions to have them. I feel like he's putting those visions in your mind for a reason, and that's how you should look at it. With a little bit of work and effort, I feel like you can achieve anything you really want. But those are pretty much all the questions I had. I'm sorry if this video was boring, but I did want to do a Q&A, just for those people that don't know me. I did put, my first video was a Q&A on this channel too, by the way. So, that was pretty much my Q&A. I just wanted to keep it short and simple. I didn't want to take too much time out of you guys' day, because I know those 30-minute videos can be a little bit hectic to watch sometimes. But I just want to tell you guys, thank you so much for supporting me, guys. Hopefully you guys found this video interesting. Make sure to keep subscribing to my channel, guys. We're at 118 subscribers now. I would have never thought that I'd have, subscribers that were interested in what I post, but I just hope we keep running those numbers up. Keep liking my videos, keep commenting. I try to interact with everyone on my comment section as much as I can. So I would love to get to maybe, 1K, 2K subscribers by the end of the year. That's a goal. I am going to be traveling a little bit more, so I think those vlogs are going to be cool. But yeah, guys, just keep running those numbers up. Make sure to follow my accounts too in my descriptions. I always leave my Instagram, my Twitter, and I believe my TikTok too. So I'm trying to grow those social medias as well. But thank you guys so much for watching. I'll catch you guys on the next video. Luis here, aka Speedy, out. Peace.